Hello, first up this morning we have Dahua Technology, a leading video-centric smart IoT solution and service provider. Dahua offers end-to-end security solutions, systems and services to create value for city operations, corporate management and consumers. Since the launch of the industry's first self-developed 8-channel embedded DVR in 2002, Dahua has devoted itself to technological innovation, continuously increasing its investment in R&D, where it's put around 10% of its annual sales revenue. After the presentation, please do join us for the live Q&A using the link below this video or from the agenda.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this IFSEC Tech Talk. My name is Simon Nash, and I'm talking to you from Dahua Technology. It's my pleasure to be able to talk to you about some of our latest and greatest technologies. For example, we have the 3-in-1 camera, colloquially known as a Teot Camera, and this is a market-leading, industry-first camera that includes not only an active deterrent, but also full color performance and artificial intelligence, all built into the same package. Not only that, we've taken that sort of technology and driven it forward into the next generation pan-tilt zoom cameras. So these cameras are called Hunter and Hubble, and they're ideally suited and great for applications like town centers, where you need all-round 360-degree vision and viewing. But it doesn't stop there. We've included latest and greatest technology like Smart Motion Detection 3.0, which is really able to reduce the amount of false alarms that you see on a video recording. But of course, it's not just about IP. A lot of customers have a large investment in coaxial infrastructure, and they don't always want to throw that away. So with that in mind, we've developed an end-to-end solution, which we call HDCVI. In other words, that's high definition video across a piece of coaxial cable. But it's not just full high resolution video at 5 megapixels, but it's also power, it's also data, it's also audio, as well as active deterrent technology that drives across the same piece of coax. But how do we demonstrate this technology? How do we get this technology to our customers? Well, we do it in a number of different ways, whether that be on-site demonstrations with our own demo equipment, or whether it be at our innovation centre. I'm talking to you today from the UK headquarters in Maidenhead, where we have a fantastic innovation centre that is always open and welcoming to our customers. Customers can come in and they can see the latest and greatest technology. We have a whole different range of products that they can see and be showcased, depending upon vertical markets, and technology is very much application-led for you to have a look. Of course, whilst we have 2 innovation centres, one in Leeds and one in Maidenhead, not every customer wants to travel to one of our offices. And with those customers in mind, we'll come to you. In a COVID-safe way, we'll drive our mobile innovation centre right to your doorstep. All we need is a car park or some facility to set the van up. It's completely self-sufficient, and as I mentioned, it's COVID-safe as well. And it really gives the customer the opportunity to see the latest and greatest technology firsthand. They can play with it, they can try it out, they can touch and feel the product in firsthand. And this is really a great way of being able to, for us to get closer to the customer. Not only is Dahua leading the way in terms of our product innovation, but we're also leading the way in terms of the way we demonstrate the product. Again, in line with our COVID-safe initiative, last year, we launched our Virtual Innovation Centre. This is a fantastic tool that enables people to view online all of the products, the services and the solutions that they would see just as if they were in one of our innovation centres. And so far this year, more than 2,000 people have gone into and entered the Virtual Innovation Centre. In fact, they've made more than 5,000 requests for information on products that they've seen and services and solutions that are contained within the Virtual Innovation Centre. We even have the ability to work with people that have virtual reality glasses so they can get the full virtual reality experience from one of our innovation centres. Of course, the Virtual Innovation Centre is open to everybody, but it's really rewarding for us to see when our partners are showing their end users around the centre. There's lots of great technology. Why don't you take a look and see what you think?
Well, thank you very much, Simon. It's a great honour to speak with you this morning at this IFSEC Tech Talk. I'm Michael Lawrence, Marketing Director at Dahua UK and Ireland. As Simon mentioned, we're conscious not only due to lockdown, but also our environmental commitment. We wanted to create an environment that complemented our physical innovation centres and innovation van. Not limited by physical space, we wanted to create a space that could be visited 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, either for you to explore directly, for us to guide you through, or indeed for you to guide your customers around if that was appropriate. And I'm just going to spend the next few minutes just guiding around it, and hopefully you get the opportunity to explore it yourself. If you haven't done so already, please take a visit. It's very easy to get to, very easy to explore. Let me just take a minute to go through. So here's the screen. We're in our company introduction area at the moment. There's a map at the top right to give you easy access and navigation to any of the areas of the Virtual Innovation Centre. A copy to your clipboard here. You can switch your map on and off here. The background music on and off. You can go full screen. You can go on an auto tour of the Virtual Innovation Centre. Send a message. You can pick up your favourites. You can explore in virtual reality, as Simon mentioned, and you can also see where to buy. Let's just take a quick explore. So over on the right-hand side here, you can see the brand values that we work by in Dahua UK and Ireland. So trust, innovative, passion, and supportive. And hopefully you've experienced that in your engagement with any of the team. We have our history from when we started in 2001. And we have some of the institutes that we've created focused on things like artificial intelligence and cyber security. And then we have our product demo areas. So we have, for example, on the right-hand side here, our multi-sensor and panoramic. We have our AI algorithm. And if we go up to one of the hotspots, you can see the product, you can see pictures, 3D data sheet, and add to your favorites. Click on 3D, for example, and it'll give me a render of the product. It's not exactly the same as seeing it in the flesh, but it's a good way of looking at the kind of structure of the camera. And you get a feel for what it is, top and bottom, and you can spin it around and take a good look. And once you've had a good look, click on the X at the top right, and that takes you out. We have an AI algorithm, and on the left-hand side here, we have our scenario-defined camera. It's incredibly powerful scenario-defined camera range, working in transportation and other vertical sectors. We have our thermal portfolio based on IP. We also have our WizSense IP range, over here including incredibly powerful TIoC. We have a HD CVI range for you to explore. Click on the blue box and you'll see some of the main features of the product portfolio. And let's explore further. So we have our digital signage here. We have our LED area, we have our LCD area, we have our monitor area, and on the right-hand side, smart networking switches and transmission portfolio from the PoE switch, the core level area, the convergence area, the access level area. And then further along, we have our access control. So we have our video intercom and access control portfolio. And explore. It's a great portfolio of products, and it's good to take a look. Download the data sheets, take a closer look, and if it's interesting, get in touch. We have Easy Fit. We've designed our solutions to be our products to be easily installed, and that's the Easy Fit solution. We have our software in DSS, and then we have our SMB solution, small to medium business, including, for example, BTM, TMAC, flow management control, face mask detection, touchless access control. We have our entry-exit solutions for vehicle and pedestrians. And then finally in this section we have our cybersecurity and privacy section, which is incredibly important. And then over here we have our vertical sections, whether that's smart transportation, we have smart energy, smart banking, we have our enterprise park, smart residential, smart retail. Take a look. We can create great solutions together in many, many verticals. And then finally, we have our Eco Partner Program, the Dahua Eco Partner Program, the Dahua Open Partner Program, and then our technology partners. We have well over 200 technology partners, and here are just 8. Click on their name and you'll go to a video kind of exploring them in a little bit more detail. And that's our Virtual Innovation Centre. Please take a look, and I'll hand back to Simon. Thank you.
At Dahua, we believe that our success is based on the success of our customers. If we make our customers successful, then ultimately we will share in that success. And with that in mind, we have a number of different partner programs that are really there to better support and help our partners grow their business with their end users. To support our customers, we have the Key Integrator Partner Program. This is a scheme that's been specifically designed to help our partners grow their business. Of course, we support all of them, and therefore we have a range of different levels of partner program. Take a look and see what you think. Of course, generating new business for our partners is also one of our missions in life. And with that in mind, we have the Key Consultant Program. This was a scheme that was launched earlier in 2021, and we're attracting large numbers of consultants to register and receive the latest information about Dahua's products, technologies, and solutions. If you'd like more information about anything that you've heard during the presentation today, please don't hesitate to contact us. The email address is sales.uk@dahuatech.com. Alternatively, contact myself, Simon Nash, or my colleague, Michael Lawrence, and we'd only be too happy to share the information with you that you need. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome back. Thank you very much indeed for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the presentation from Dahua just now. We'll just keep it informal for a moment, just while people are switching over from the video over to the Q&A here. But thank you very much for joining us. We've got a packed morning of presentations, of Q&As with real experts. Speaking of real experts, Michael and Simon are joining us now from Dahua. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for joining us. How are you doing this morning?
Good, thank you, David.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good stuff. So like I say, people will be joining, already are joining indeed. So please do pop your questions to Simon and Michael about what you've just been watching. We'll be sticking around for the next, well, as long as the questions keep flowing in, really, and we'll do as best as we can to get responses to you. But first of all, Michael, I'll come to you. For anyone who maybe joined the presentation late or is so enthusiastic they've come straight to the Q&A without watching the presentation, in a nutshell, what were you sharing with viewers today about Dahua and what the latest news is with Dahua?
Thank you, David. Yeah, so in summary, we wanted to share the new innovations that we've created over the last few months. So we mentioned our TIoC, our 3-in-1 camera, our next generation PTZ, smart motion detection, HD CVI, and our AI algorithms. So a lot going on. But then we wanted to focus some time on our support for our partners in the channel and across our market. So we have our physical innovation centers that we continue to invest in. We have our innovation van, which has been, incredibly powerful to get out there and visit customers, end users, partners, system integrators across the UK and Ireland. But certainly through lockdown, towards the back end of last year, we recognized we needed another tool, and that's where the Virtual Innovation Centre was born. So we spent a few minutes on the video just giving you a snapshot of the Virtual Innovation Centre. So what's included, what opportunity you've got to take a look at some of the solutions available from Dahua. And then we rounded up with just some of our partnership programs. So really excited about our Key Integrator Partner Program and our Key Consultant Program. And, Simon did a great job of wrapping those up and presenting the key messages. So yeah, that's a snapshot of hopefully what you guys have just seen.
Good stuff. Thank you very much indeed for wrapping that up for us. We've got some questions coming in already. One of them has got 4 thumbs up. Please do keep your questions coming in. And if there's a question that's already been asked that you like the look of, give it the thumbs up so we can prioritize that question as best as we can on the platform. Speaking of which, in which markets and countries are you active, gentlemen?
Yeah, so we're active globally. So we have over, I think 53, 55 separate offices, but we operate in well over 180. There you go, 180 countries.
Most of the countries, one way or another.
So pretty much, I think pretty much if you've got a list of every country in the world, we've pretty much got it covered. And knowing us, if there's a country that we haven't got covered, then I'm pretty sure we'd make a good job of trying to cover it. So definitely global coverage.
Okay, hope that responded well to your question. All the countries is the nutshell response to that. Let's bring that back to the presentation just a moment ago, because I know you were talking about the Virtual Innovation Centre. Is that a global portal trying to give a view of what's available across all of those 100 and whatever it is countries, or is it more localized than that? And how do you select which of the features to showcase in that centre?
No, it's a really good question, David. So for us, I think it's one of the great benefits of Dahua that we do tailor to each of our individual markets. We have a global virtual innovation centre, which is a vast space. It's got pretty much everything available. And if you look at the Dahua product portfolio, we have probably 2,500, 3,000 products. We have, a multitude of different vertical solutions. It's a lot to include. So for the UK and Ireland that I'm specifically responsible for in the marketing director role, we want to make sure that we tailor to our individual markets, and that happens in most of our markets. So we created our centre tailored to the UK and Ireland market. So it looks more at the solutions that are more applicable to the UK and Ireland. We don't restrict it, so anyone in the world can come and visit, and we've had many people from across the world visiting our Virtual Innovation Centre, but we've invested and we've tailored specifically to our market, which is very important. Certainly there is a tailoring, there are needs that are specific. There are some generic requirements, but there are some specifics, and therefore we want to tailor and talk to our local markets to importantly support our partners in the best way possible.
Good stuff. And one of the questions that's popped up on the screen just here is, how can we visit the Virtual Innovation Centre? And a voice in my ear is saying there's a link to the Virtual Innovation Centre, apparently just below the video using the Find Out More button. I can't see that on what I'm looking at. So I take that as gospel that there is indeed a link just below there so that you can visit the Virtual Innovation Centre for yourselves. Thank you very much indeed for that question. Okay, here's one. This one might be a bit more specific. I don't know. So does each camera that Dahua produces come with its own built-in analytics, or can customers request bespoke solutions with particular software that works best for their needs? Yeah, so let us talk about the inbuilt analytics piece with your sensors, with your cameras.
Okay, good question, thank you. And I'm actually sharing a microphone with Michael, so his picture is going to come up when I'm answering the question. So it's amazing how he can say this without his lips moving. So, but the answer, get to the question, David. Most of our cameras come with some form of built-in analytics. Even the most basic cameras come with some form of basic video analytic functionality. But we also make a bespoke range of products that have AI features embedded in them. And when they're coupled with the technology, either in our NVR recorders or in the software that we manufacture, DSS, etc., then that's when you get the real suite of analytics. So a combination of cameras, if you want to use it with third-party applications like Milestone, etc., there are some analytics within the camera, and we tick that box. But if you want to embed it in our own software as well, then we make a full range of combined analytics.
Good stuff. Thank you very much indeed, Simon or Michael. Michael, You weren't trying to move your lips there. Come on, be a sport. Be a sport. So here's an interesting question that's just come in at the top here. Again, thank you so much for all of these questions. We'll get through as many of them as we can. What has been the most popular video analytics AI software to manage COVID? Let's bring this to the here and now. And what does Dahua offer in this area? For example, the obvious one when we're talking about in-camera analytics and AI detection is the challenges that face masks may or may not bring. So just talk to me about what technology you are able to offer the here and now to address some of these COVID challenges.
It's again a very common, very popular question. So the analytics generally in the product, if we talk about trends to start with, there's been a big trend towards facial recognition technology, and you know, when you look at the algorithms and the way facial recognition works, it's heavily embedded with AI. So in terms, whether that be body temperature measurement, face mask detection, or whether or not people have, as I said, have a temperature linked to access control, that can be that becomes very, very popular. So that analytical trend to use more and more facial recognition has been a very big thing as far as we're concerned. So facial recognition technology has probably been the biggest trend. And again, with AI, you can calculate the number of people. So our customer flow management, which detects the number of people, maybe in a retail store or in an office facility, being able to count the number of people, make sure those people don't have a temperature, make sure they are compliant with face mask detection, wearing a face mask, and if all of those things are ticks, then we get then maybe the access control system opens. So I think the biggest uses we see of AI has been in the growth of facial recognition.
Super, yeah. Thank you very much. And you're right, that's a question that I've heard a lot over the last 12 months or so. And who knows the extent to which face mask wearing will continue, whether there'll be a long tail of that as people remember what's been happening. Thank you very much indeed for that response. Another, perhaps a specific question here. Someone who's asking, how does the active deterrent technology you mentioned in the presentation work? Active deterrent technology, who wants to pick that one up?
Again, I'll probably take that one on behalf of Michael. So active deterrent is a very, very popular feature that is designed to put intelligence, again, using AI, back to the common theme in Dahua of artificial intelligence, putting that technology is near to the edge in our devices as possible. So things like smart motion detection, being able to intelligently differentiate between environmental motion and the real movement of people or vehicles. So being able to determine which is real movement and which is, as I said, caused by environmental conditions. Once that movement is detected, then we're able to provide the active deterrent, maybe to flash some, as you saw in the video, some red and blue LEDs, to turn on a white light, to sound a siren, or to use two-way audio communication from the control room to the actual site. So all of those active deterrents can be triggered and configured to be a primary indication at the camera that we need to provide some active deterrent, and hopefully the person often will be deterred from the action.
Sure. Thank you very much indeed. We've only got a few minutes left, so if you've got any final questions for Michael or Simon, please do pop them into the Q&A. I want to ask another quick question. Simon, I'm wondering if this is another one for you, and this is about support for customers with coax. Obviously, we've got IP, we've got coax, we've got the systems that we might be looking to move to with fresh installations, as well as systems that are already inside customer premises. Just talk to me about the support for coax, for example.
Okay, really good question. And what we see, we tend to see one of two things happen when we're talking to customers with that are looking at a new CCTV system. If it's a new installation, then customers generally tend to pull in Cat5 or Cat6 type cabling in order to facilitate the use of IP products. But there are still millions of customers out there and that have thousands and thousands of kilometers of coaxial cable. And they don't necessarily, for whatever reason, maybe budgetary or reasons of practicality, that they're unable to replace all of that coax. Maybe they don't know the way the cables are run. Maybe they're run to distant sites and it's just not cost effective to be able to replace those cameras. So therefore, to really enable those customers to receive the benefits of the latest technology, Dahua has, we call it HDCVI, it's high definition across coax. So as we said in the video, we can send power to to supply the camera. We can supply we can send 5 megapixel images at 30 frames per second, two-way audio and video analytics, all across the same piece of coax that the customers had installed for many, many years. That resolution, and that capability down a piece of coax is an incredibly powerful argument to a customer when you contrast that with ripping all of the information out, the cabling out, and putting in Cat5. Gone are the days where if you wanted to put in an HD camera across coax, you ended up with a very low resolution. Dahua have blown that out the water now. 5 megapixel resolution, 16:9 resolution. It's huge. It's a great aspect ratio. It's a great set of features, and more customers are looking to this as a real alternative.
Super. Thank you very much indeed, Simon. Time is ticking on, so I'll just put a double-loaded final question to Michael here for now. Benefits of your partner programs is here on the list, and if I could also ask you, what is next? To kind of wrap up, what can people expect in the coming months from Dahua?
Yeah, thank you. I guess yeah, for us, our partners are absolutely key in our growth. So we've seen tremendous growth in the UK and Ireland market and globally, and and our success comes through our partners' success. So we continue to invest, and we probably have one of the, well, we'd be biased, but it's definitely one of the best kind of partner programs in the marketplace for system integrators, installers, and also consultants. So our KIP program, our Key Integrator Partner program, please take a look. So financially, it's very rewarding in terms of rebates, welcome rebates and demo stock discount. There's dedicated account management and pre-sale support. There's a significant amount of technical support, which is quite critical. So we'll help you design specific solutions, we'll help you design projects, and then importantly, we'll also help you grow through marketing support. So that's co-branded collateral, whatever it might be. We want to help you as a partner grow. So yeah, please take a look at the KIT program. If you're an SI, a system integrator, or an installer that's looking to partner with the best, then please take a look. And also, if you're a consultant in the marketplace looking to specify the latest products, then take a look at our KCP, our Key Consultant Partner Program. And then in terms of what's next, for us. So we continue to invest. We're very excited about getting back on the road as lockdown starts to free up. So our innovation van out there, our workshops, etc. But also, things will not be the same. So therefore, we're going to continue to invest in our virtual innovation centre. So we're not satisfied with standing still. We're going to continue to invest and evolve and support our partners in the best way we possibly can. So yeah, that's where we are. And thank you very much.
No, brilliant, Michael. Simon, thank you very much indeed. We are out of time. A quick reminder before we go that, well, we will be hosting more Tech Talks at Connect 2021, which takes place online from the 1st to the 30th of June. And also, as effective as these online events can be, like you, I know we're all itching to get back to meeting face-to-face, which is why we're very excited for IFSEC International and FireX International to be taking place from the 12th to the 14th of June at the Excel Centre in London. You can find out more, secure your place at both of these by heading to the IFSEC International or FireX International website, where you'll see that registration has opened only today. But for now, thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. Our Tech Talks continue right now with fuel cell systems. Bye for now.